Hello everybody, welcome to Review a Day, episode number 40 for Sunday, September the 21st, 2008. Hello everybody, welcome to Review a Day, the daily video blog where I review a movie 7 days a week. My name is Leland Brungart and thank you very much for joining me. The film I'm going to review for you guys today is the North Korean monster horror film, The Host. This film is directed by Joon-Ho. It stars a number of actors who I will not even begin to pronounce their names because it would be very embarrassing. I don't know how to speak Korean. I don't know how to pronounce Korean, so we're going to skip it. This story centers on a character named Gong-do, and he's kind of this schlubby underachiever who still works with his father in a snack shop. The dad owns the snack shop and it's next to the Han River in Seoul in South Korea. Gong-do has a sister who's kind of this archery champion in Korea. His brother's kind of a drunk. He actually sends his brother in the movie to go to career day at his daughter's school. He has a daughter. The daughter comes home from school one day, and out from the Han River, the monster emerges and actually snatches up the daughter. Gong-do tries to take it down, him and an American GI who's in the area. They beat it with sticks and stuff. It's very cool, and he gets blood on him. The area is contained, and everyone who came in contact with the monster are told that there's a virus. The American GI actually dies from coming in contact with it. He gets like a fever or something like that. And so Gong-do gets his family together because he's going to try to rescue his daughter who was kidnapped by the monster. The monster takes the young girl back to his kind of lair. It's like a sewer pit thing. And the family gets together and tries to save it. Growing up, one of the scariest scenes in a movie I'd ever seen is the scene in Jurassic Park in the kitchen when the girl is in like the cabinet and she's trying to pull it down before the velociraptor bites her face off. That part scared the crap out of me, and there were many times when I was watching this film where I felt like I was watching Jurassic Park again. First off, this is an incredibly strong monster movie. It fits really well in the genre. It transcends it on some levels, but this movie wastes absolutely no time showing you the monster, getting to that part of the story. The monster looks fantastic. It's not that big. It's not as big as the monster in Cloverfield or like Godzilla. It's probably the size of like a school bus or something like that. I thought of Cloverfield a lot when I watched this movie because I liked Cloverfield, but this movie surpasses Cloverfield on so many levels that it's hard to compare. The CG effects in this movie are incredibly well done. They're just as good as any Hollywood movie I've seen as of lately. There are a couple scenes in this one where I actually couldn't tell if it was CG or kind of a prosthetic machine or something like that. They did the special effects are great. There's a scene toward the end when the daughter is trying to escape from the pit and she actually runs up the back of the monster, and I almost peed my pants. I was so excited and so scared for her. I had so much fun watching this movie. One thing that transcends the monster genre, though, is that this movie doesn't rely on gore or horror or the monster to tell an interesting story. This movie is incredibly interesting because it has this really strong core, which is a story about the family. It's kind of a dysfunctional family comedy. It's actually very funny at times. It almost reminded me of the Royal Tenenbaums, the bickering, and I don't know, I wasn't expecting kind of a touching family story. And when you care about, it seems like such a basic thing to make sure that you care about the characters in a movie you're making, but this film does an amazing job of that. It's such a treat to watch a horror film or something like this, that when a character dies, you feel it. It's a punch to the gut, and there are some really very sad emotional moments in this film that I was not expecting. I do think this movie's a little too long. It comes in at 2 hours. I think that there's storylines and plot threads that could have easily been shaved down and would have made the movie much slicker. I didn't really mind, though. I think this movie's really great. I definitely think that if you saw Cloverfield or you like that, this movie is definitely worth checking out. It's a lot of fun. It's funny. It's emotional. It's kind of melodramatic towards the end. There's great special effects. It's really not too gory, so if you're not into gore, don't worry. There's not too much of it in this movie. I absolutely adored this movie. It's not perfect, but I had a blast. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. It was so strange to watch a horror movie and see someone die and actually kind of feel emotionally affected by it. You don't often see that. So 4.5 out of 5. If you guys are liking my reviews, make sure and subscribe. If you have any recommendations on any films you'd like to see me review, leave them in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.